Hi, I'm Avery. I'm the guy who's behind the cameras all the time. I'm the guy who fell one time filming her running, so that was fun. So yeah, I'm Avery, I'm the videographer.
And I'm Ashley, and today we're just gonna have a little sit down and chit chat about Avery. He works with us at First Choice Air Solutions, but in addition, he also has his own business on the side, so we thought it'd be fun to get together and talk about, how we balance everything from both of us like to train, both of us, we're entrepreneurs, and just how we do it and what it takes.
Yeah, starting on the training side, I mean, with you, like, you're always grinding, you're out here running every single morning, training for either 5Ks, you have what is it, a marathon coming up? Or
yeah.
Which one is it again?
I'll tell you what, I've got a short triathlon coming up in 2 weeks. I've got a 5K after that, and then I've got a half marathon and then a full marathon. And that's all within 3 months on my off season.
So kind of talk about like how, where your journey was when you first started your YouTube channel, kind of how your YouTube channel or anything else has kept you accountable with your training, with, even, with your business side of work stuff as well. Like, how do you manage to, keep track of everything and stay on top of it all and do your very best?
I would say, especially like when I started, and the whole idea with YouTube and bringing Avery on to our company was we had outsourced videoing and stuff forever. And then I decided, why not get somebody in full time who could like shoot film and stuff. So, and the idea with the YouTube is like the Ironman. I really just wanted to, it was such a cool journey to me that I wanted to capture that. And I didn't know if we were going to continue the YouTube afterwards or not, but I mean, it's been pretty fun. One of the things that I feel like I'm actually lacking on is, I don't promote like HVAC, but like, I've been thinking of other ideas of other things that I could start doing in addition to just the YouTube. But with balancing both and where like I started, honestly, like making the videos and stuff, it does hold me accountable. And I have a coach. I mean, and she's, got her own YouTube channel as well. And we, get a lot of ideas from other YouTubers and stuff. One of them, I think, being Nick Bear.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Yeah. It's pretty obvious on YouTube. You can't tell by now. Like, we definitely do.
Yeah.
He's a huge inspiration to us. So, I mean, you have to pull inspiration from people who inspire you. That's why they call it inspiration.
Yeah, and I don't think he's the only one. I mean, we definitely have a lot of YouTubers that we like and stuff. But it is the accountability of it and stuff. And to be honest, for me, it's not, I want to be famous or anything like that. Fun fact about like my past, I mean, I've worked for Coors Light. I was doing promotions for them. I've got to travel all over the world. And then in addition, I was on the radio for 5 years and did that. So like fame is not it. Like mine now, my new thing is like, if I can inspire one person to realize like the potential of, you can do it. Like there were times during Ironman training, I was like, am I crazy? Like, I mean, up to the like 30 days before, I mean, I have a video, go watch it, where I was crying. Like it was a ton of hard work. And then whenever the day came, I was like, damn, I did it. And it was just staying consistent and having the videos, knowing that basically Avery's gonna be here filming. It was nice having that accountability of, because I train by myself. I mean, every workout, I go do my hard track workouts and stuff. I do them all by myself. A big thing for me is like not having to depend on anybody else. Like I don't want to have, people say like that's cool to have that person to hold you accountable, but it's not like Avery has to be here right when I start every single day, but I know he's eventually going to be there. Well, like when I run and when I work out, I want to know, like I have to rely on myself and nobody else to meet me. So, it's just been, I don't know, I think the accountability of it, but also the inspiration. Like I hope that I can inspire 1 or 2 people to think, who thought they couldn't run or something, to go run or go do an Ironman.
Yeah, because I'm not a runner at all.
But you run sometimes now.
I run sometimes. I mean, majority of my cardio is walking on the treadmill and raising the incline a few increments.
Well, that's bodybuilding, right?
It is. I mean, because I used to have a bodybuilding YouTube channel. I used to be really into, bodybuilding fitness and everything. And then, I kind of had a lot of body image issues with. I've had body image issues my entire life, and I think that's something that a lot of people in the fitness industry have. I don't consider myself being a part of the fitness industry. I just feel like I'm, fitness makes me feel good. It helps my mental health so much. Like if I don't work out like at least 4 times a week, or if I miss a workout sometimes, I'm like, my mind just goes like, you're a lazy piece of crap. You're a lazy piece of crap. Like you got to go work out. I got to go do something. I got to move. I got to see those results, because like when I was bodybuilding though, at one point though, it got kind of to a point where I was borderline eating disorder with it. And that's something that I've always struggled with as well, is a relationship with food. Like I wasn't obese as a kid, but I was the chubby little short kid growing up that people used to make fun of and had all these body image issues going on. Like I was a little fat kid. Yeah. And when high school came around, I hit puberty, and then I just shot up, and I started working out, and then that's when I saw all these results, and I'm like, this is what fitness is. Like fitness is great. Like it's a great thing. And then when I got to college, that's when I really got extreme with it. And then after college, I just kind of was just like, I feel kind of burned out. Like I really do kind of feel burned out. I lost that drive. I gained some weight. I never really got like huge, but like I've always, right now I'm at the best like shape I've been in since I graduated college, which was, holy crap, 2 years ago now. Wow, that's crazy. But
well, I think that we both transitioned. We both have gone through stages and stuff. We've both done the bodybuilding thing where you're eating tons of high protein and stuff. And I think we're both completely opposite now.
I'm plant-based vegan, so.
And I'm plant-based, and I do eat some fish, or I'll have, this morning I was like, I feel like, I don't know. And it's kind of one of those things where you have to realize like, I tracked my food for like 2 years straight. I was that disciplined on it, on basically, and I ate a very low calorie diet at the time and stuff. And now, like this morning, I went to Starbucks and I got a big chai tea latte, and I got the egg white bites, which they have some cheese in them, and they do have something else, but like my body craved it. So today it's what I wanted it. So I'm not, I'm vegetarian, plant-based, but I'll eat fish occasionally, or I don't deprive myself. And it's kind of the same way. You went through the phase of being super lean and stuff, and now we're pretty normal. We're fit, but not abnormally like little tiny and stuff, but we're also allowing our bodies to eat and stuff. And we have nutrients. My hair, I could show pictures of when I was doing bodybuilding and my hair was like fried and like awful. And now that I eat plants and stuff, it's like long and pretty. So it's, I don't know. I think I'd rather have my body feel good and stuff than worry about, my calories being under 1,200.
Yeah. And for me, I'm completely plant-based vegan. Like I don't eat any meat, eggs, dairy, anything like that. And it's definitely like when I started that like 8 months ago. So it was definitely like, a huge transition period, especially because like you get all these cravings for this type of food. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I cheated for a little bit there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still get thoughts of cheating sometimes, but I don't, because I have to also realize for me, being a vegan is a lifestyle. And we can get into that whole vegan aspect of it. There's a whole different side of it and everything that, some people are really extreme with it and some people are really hateful with it. And I don't think you should do that, especially when it comes to food, because people have terrible relationships with food, and putting this a limit on people and making people feel bad about what they're eating or what they're not eating is just, in my opinion, pretty screwed up. Because I had to go through it. And I don't want to be that person who's like, oh, you're eating meat? Oh, you're a piece of crap. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that type of person. But it definitely was a transition, especially for like learning protein, like figuring out how am I going to get my protein in me. And, I started doing all these pea protein powders and these plant-based meats, and they're okay. But at the same time, there's still a lot of stuff that I'm learning with it too as well. Like I definitely want to get more into like the fitness side of it. I'm a big fan of this guy, Niami Delgado. He's completely vegan. He's never eaten meat his entire life, and the dude's just shredded.
But big, shredded.
He's like big like Nick Bear, but he doesn't eat meat. Yeah. Like, it's crazy.
It is crazy.
And plus, he's just a great dude as well. I watch his videos. I watch his podcast. Like, super cool guy. And like with me being a baby vegan is what it's called when you're a vegan for the first time. It's like, there's so many stuff that I'm having to learn, especially with food. And I'm also learning that it's not just about food, it's about what products you use, all this and all that. So there's a lot with it, but at the same time, I'm more concerned with the fitness side of it, and using this as a tool to benefit me and to learn and experience a new thing. Because whenever I did bodybuilding back in college, I was eating roughly, I don't know how much protein I was eating a day, but it was all meat. Like, it was a ton of steak, chicken, all of that. Eggs, egg whites in the morning, and doing it now, it's like I'm having to figure out these completely different ways to eat, which in a way is kind of fun, but at the same time very challenging. And sometimes I get kind of down on myself because I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Should I just I don't know. It's a transition, but I think a challenge is a good thing. And I like to consider myself one of those people, whenever I start something, I stick to it. I did it with bodybuilding. I did it with the vegan lifestyle. I do it with, because my wedding videos and music videos, I do this on the side, so I'll get to that in a second. But I like to try to stick to things when I start it. That way I can get better with it as I go. So.
Well, and you also know, I think my bodybuilding transformation, it took a year, to see changes and stuff. People, they want to lose weight, gain weight and stuff, and it's it just doesn't happen overnight. You have to be disciplined, and this is a new discipline. Being able to eat this type of lifestyle, that's how I would say I'm in the kitchen a lot. I'm making smoothies, I'm making because I don't just go to fast food. The whole idea of eating this type of lifestyle is eating healthy. So you have to, it's basically another discipline and stuff, which I think we're both pretty good at and stuff, but just add it to the list of everything that we're doing during the day.
Because there's a lot of vegan junk food. A lot of it. And a lot of it is filled with chemicals that you don't necessarily need. It tastes good. Some of it really does taste good, but it's not something you can eat all the time, because especially if you're focused on health and fitness, these things are just gonna hold you back more. Yeah, it's vegan, but at the same time, I had to learn also that being vegan or plant-based is not a diet. It really is a lifestyle. You can't go into it thinking, oh, I'm gonna go on this vegan diet or I'm gonna go on this plant-based diet. No, that's not what it is. It is a new way of eating. It is a new lifestyle. It is changing how you eat, how you live basically as well. So.
Well, and that's how I've never wanted to be one of those people who say I do a diet or anything. Yeah. And that's why to me it's I'm not gonna tell you that I am I don't just eat. I go plant-based because that allows me like I said, if I want to eat some fish, I'm going to eat some fish. If my body's craving the eggs this morning, which I probably haven't eaten eggs in probably 6 months, but it's what my body needed. So for me, it's not being that strict, and I'm not opposed to eating organic grass-fed meat either. My husband, that's what he eats nonstop, is grass-fed beef, and which I think he eats too much red meat, but that's a whole nother story. But I'm not opposed to people eating that stuff too. The thing is, it's if people would consistently eat healthier and stuff, everybody wouldn't be sick. It really does make a difference, what you're putting in your body. And the thing is, if everybody would start eating these healthier foods, then it wouldn't be as expensive as it is, because it can be expensive. But to go buy to make a salad and stuff there, I'm not even a salad person. I don't want to sit here and eat a salad all the time, but I'll make smoothies with tons of stuff in it. Actually for digestion, that's easier to digest, to me, but that's cheap. It's actually not that expensive, but that's one of the kickbacks people say is they can go buy, chips for super cheap or something, or it's more like fast food. They can run up the store and get fast food for $4 or $5. Well, to go to the store, get the salad, get the whatever vegetables and fruit, and then you have to prepare it. So nowadays that's an inconvenience. Everybody wants everything right now and as fast as possible.
I'm guilty of that for sure. Yeah. I find myself still going to Chipotle and Freebirds all the time and getting one of their bowls. And with Freebirds, I can get their plant-based meat, which is actually pretty good. It's their Beyond Meat. But and then Chipotle, I just literally get a bowl with rice, black beans, and guacamole, and like pico de gallo, and that's it. And it's good, but it works because I love guacamole.
Yeah.
But okay, let me ask you, Ashley, do you feel like you've always had like an entrepreneurial mindset towards things?
I do, and I do think so, but let's get into how this whole business started and how I even got into this. I was actually a paralegal for several years at a law firm, and it was over 12 years that I worked for this firm. And then my husband started his own business, but actually he quit his job at a HVAC company and was putting himself through to take the tests and stuff to be able to start his own company while we first started dating. Well, then about 6 months after we started dating, he quit his job, and we were basically living off my salary and then whatever work he could get. And as you know, with a business startup, it's hard. There were days he was sitting at home thinking, what did I do? But luckily we did have my salary. And it took about 2 years, and we were not married or anything. And then I finally decided, because I was helping him some, I finally decided to take the leap because we had talked about marriage and everything. And so then I took the leap, I think April. It was 2 years after he started, so 2015, and then April, and then we got engaged in that September. And funny thing is, we actually got married that August. We got married that August, but engaged that September because he got my ring the month after, but it took a month to order it and stuff. And then we didn't even tell people we were married for a year later. So anyways, we started the business together though, from the ground up. He just did the grunt work at the very beginning. So I have learned so much. I have written thank you notes to some of my previous employers, just thanking them for teaching me everything that they did, and just how grateful I was for the opportunity to learn, because without the stuff I learned from them, and now I respect all of those people a lot more, because I understand maybe sometimes I was almost a burden on them when I shouldn't have been, which I don't think I ever was. I was a very good employee, but now I understood, man, it's hard. It is hard work. You don't have days off in the beginning. It is, you're working 24/7. I took our phones for years until we had the ability to get call center people and to build. And there's still times where it goes up and it goes down and it goes up and it goes down. And it's the thing is though, I'm the type, I can roll with punches, and I do not think that everything's going to be perfect. With training, to be honest, I had a very off day this morning. Just didn't hit my splits, didn't do anything right. Okay, so it's not the end of the world. I'll be up training tomorrow morning too. So it's okay, and that's how business is. You've got to be strong enough in your mind to roll with the punches and learn from them. And if you don't learn from them though, you're not going to grow.
I think that's exactly what you said, that last part right there. You have to roll with the punches, and you have to make these mistakes, and if you don't learn from them, you're not going to grow. I think that's a defining factor of what being an entrepreneur is, because when you're an entrepreneur, you have to go through these hardships, these hard times, in order to figure out what you actually want to do with your business, where you want to see your business later on in life. You can't just start now and get there. Some people are lucky. They start and then immediately have growth. But with a business, usually it's you start and then you grow more way over time, over years. So I feel that's definitely what First Choice has done. I feel you guys have definitely started from a place, you were saying, that you were just relying on your salary there for a while, and you were taking all the calls to where we are now. And of course there's still growth to be done, but that's a part of having your own business and an entrepreneurial business itself. So, and with me, I definitely have learned that a lot with wedding videos. When I first jumped into it, I was dude, this is overwhelming. There's a lot more that I didn't know what was going on. There's a whole niche market with it. There's a whole just different kinds of people. It was different. So, and I'm still learning. And I've been doing weddings now for wedding videography. By the way, I've been doing weddings now for constantly now for I think 2.5, 3 years. But I was doing them before as well, but it was just little, hey, I'll film your wedding for you for $500. But now it's actually turned into something where, you know, I can hire another person to come with me and help me film. And I want to be able to do that even more someday. And, you know, I'm there the entire day. I film the entire thing, edit, audio, you know, match it to the video, like everything. There's just a whole process that goes into it. There's a whole process of, you know, with the marketing side of it too as well, that I can admit I could be better with as well. You know, reaching people and getting my work out there. I feel like I'm not as consistent as I need to be. I feel like I do an okay job, but even my mom and my dad tell me like, you need to do more. So, and I need that push though, because I'm kind of stubborn sometimes with it. I'm like, oh no, it'll come when it comes. Like, but at the same time, you can't have that mindset. You have to push it out. And, you know, I do the same thing with my music video work as well. And my music as well. Selfish plug, Baby A, follow me on Spotify.
Yeah, he's put some of his music and stuff on the videos that we've done together. So
I got a new song coming out tomorrow actually.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah. So where do you go, like where will you film at? Just all over Texas or?
For weddings or?
For weddings or music videos, how about both?
Well, so actually for weddings, I mean, majority of it's just in Texas right now. I would like to be able to where I can do destination weddings and go other places, like, but those are definitely like way higher budgets, and I just got to keep working to get to that point, get my name out there more. And with music videos, I'm starting to get to the point where I can travel. Like I'm actually in November, on November 6th, which is like a Saturday, some guys in LA are flying me out to shoot their metal band. And then on Sunday, I'm going straight back. And then on Monday is when I move to my new place.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
oh,
it's gonna be hectic, but it'll be fun. But I definitely want to be able to where I can travel eventually, and you know, still be able to, you know, work at least part time here and everything. So I don't really even need to say that on there, but
why? Well, that's kind of one of the things that I know hiring Avery and then Leo, who used to work for us, is that they both have entrepreneur minds, and the fact that to think that they're going to stay here forever is just not the case.
Right.
But I knew that going into it, and that's the kind of mindset I wanted, like somebody who is like, you know, has that mindset to do their own, because I feel like when you have that mindset, you understand what the grind is and stuff. So, and it's definitely a growing thing. One of the big things for us is, and I'm not the best at it, and you know what, I've like taken on, I was like basically the accountant here at First Choice for the last 8 years, and I don't have an accounting degree. I didn't like math in school, but I have self-taught a lot.
Hate math.
Yeah, I hate math. Actually, you know what's funny though, is I sucked at math like all through high school, but in college I was like really good at it. I think because I cared more in college than I did. But I think now, where was I going with that? Now I'm about to start doing like the marketing and stuff. I'm actually about to start going to events outside of work and networking. Mm-hmm. That's going to be my new thing. Is I start next week going out networking, trying to build our brand and stuff. So that's more of like what I was used to doing with like Coors Light, and then working for the radio station and stuff. I just went and networked a bunch. So I like that stuff, but I mean, whenever you own your own business, and especially when you're solo, you kind of have to do everything. I mean, that's super hard. You know, I think like in doing wedding videos, I think a big thing for me is what if the mic's not turned on? What if the sound's not?
I get anxiety when the ceremony is going on, and like I get anxiety thinking like, oh, the mic's gonna die, or like, oh, the card is gonna fill up. Like all that runs through my head while it goes on. I'm just like, gosh, please don't let this happen.
So you guys have no idea what these videographers and stuff go through at your weddings, because they're having as much anxiety as you are. You know?
And lighting, like setting up lighting and receptions, like, and making sure you're at the right angle and making sure it's not too dark or underexposed, overexposed. Like there's just a lot to do, especially, and I'm very biased and opinionated about this, but videographers have so much more to do than photographers when it comes to weddings and other stuff as well. I am not like taking away from what photographers do. They do a great job. They do amazing work. They do a ton of stuff. They do have a lot of work to do. There's just more, I feel like, that videographers have to pay attention to especially with weddings, like we have to focus on sound, we have to focus on the video, we got to focus on angles, we got to focus on telling a story. Like that's one of the main things I try to do when I'm doing a wedding, is you're telling a story. Every wedding is a story for that bride and that groom. And with photographers, yes, you know, they're telling a story with their photos, but at the same time, they're just capturing a single moment. With video, you're capturing an entire time period, time frames, so that's just how I see it. But
like
again, I'm biased.
The best time frame of their life.
Exactly.
Like this is like a once in a lifetime, so don't screw it up. But see, and one of the things that I've learned with growing a business is people are very different. I mean, learning how to manage people and their different personalities. Everybody's not the same, and just because my perspective is this doesn't mean Avery's perspective is this. So I have to be open-minded. And in a wedding, it's like a bride has what she wants, and then this bride has what she wants. So you have to kind of figure it out, because you don't get an opportunity to really, do you talk to them?
Sometimes, the wedding I have next weekend, I actually talked with the bride and groom several times. I went and met with them and talked to them. So, and then there's times where I just talk to them online. They tell me what they want, or email, or a FaceTime or a phone call. And then there's some times where I just show up and I do my thing and I talk to them there, you know. So I feel like I'm really good. At first, it was very nerve-wracking being able to talk to the bride and seeing what they wanted when you first got there. But now it's like second nature. I don't even bat an eye to it. So I feel like that's definitely an important part of growing as well, is you become accustomed to this nervousness and this feeling. You know how to manage it. You know how to get what you want out of it. So, but yeah, I've definitely learned a lot, and I'm still learning every day. I feel like with being an entrepreneur and having an entrepreneur mindset, even with the business here, and even what I do here, I'm learning every single day. All the time you're learning. That way you can grow more and grow more throughout time. So yeah. But I feel like, how do we wrap this up?
It's no easy task. So balancing it all and stuff. And you know what's funny is neither one of us have kids. I do have a stepson, but I'm
25. I'm not in any rush.
Yeah, don't be in any rush. But I'm 38 or 37. I'm sorry, and I'm not in any rush. But it's to juggle that in the mix would even be more.
Yeah, that's definitely a distraction as well, for sure.
Definitely. So I think that, we attempt to balance it well. There's some days that are better than others, but the main thing is you have to stay consistent and keep going forward. Stop going, don't go backwards. It's not worth it. And that's how one of our things is tracking. Learn, it's a very important thing. Track your business from the get-go. If I could do it over again, get a smart accountant in to do your books. That's one of my regrets. Why did I not do this sooner, now that I have a fabulous person working for us? And they are just, I think that you have to self-teach some stuff, but the stuff that you can delegate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, all right, guys. Well, if you made it all the way through this video, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
It was a good conversation. We didn't even really plan it. It just kind of happened. And sometimes I was telling her, sometimes the most authentic and real conversations and topics come out when you don't even plan it. So, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Definitely like and subscribe her videos.
Yes, for sure. And we'll have more content coming.
Yeah, for sure. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you later.